everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Crystal, and today I am going to review a contour palette. And this is a contour palette that is owned by a famous tattoo artist. I'm sure you guys know already what I'm going to review today, as you've seen from the title. Today I am going to review the Kat Von D Shade and Light Cream Contour. Now this contour palette has a powder version, which is like one of the most famous contour palettes in the world. I ordered this from Sephora.ph, and it came inside this box, and it just has tapers. I think it had a bubble wrap, but I'm not sure, I forgot. So this is the Shade and Light Cream Contour Palette. As you can see, the packaging is so beautiful. I'm digging the gothic theme here. The packaging kind of looks mysterious. It actually has weight to it. It's actually very heavy. It doesn't feel cheap at all. It's at the back, it just says here, shape your face with the art of shading. And you get 6 shades. Like on the top, I think, are like color correctors, highlighters, and the contour shades are here. So I'm here in Sephora Philippines website. This contour cream costs 2,812 pesos, but it's currently on sale for 1,687 pesos. So that you can use the packaging once you're finished with the colors, because it's actually refillable. Each shade is very expensive if you're just gonna buy individual contour shades. Like here on the website on Sephora.ph, it's 1,350 for each shade, so that's really expensive for only one shade. So we're just gonna read the details. It says here, experience extreme long wear and insane pigment payoff with Shade and Light Cream Refillable Contour Palette. Forget everything you once knew about cream contouring. These velvety, non-greasy, and insanely blendable contour and highlight shades melt effortlessly into skin for bulletproof wear that is perfect for dry and oily skin types. That is actually really good, because I have oily skin. Well, I actually have combination skin, but for those who have dry skin and oily skin, it says here you're going to enjoy this palette. And it says here, Shade and Light Cream Contour Palette is loaded with a unique selection of shades and undertones that capture the true contour and highlight tones in every complexion. The 3 contour shades create realistic shadows to recede facial features, while the 3 highlight shades impart a soft luminosity to amplify dimension, so you can effortlessly sculpt, chisel, shape, and slenderize your features for enhanced definition. As an expert, Kat Von D uses shadow and light to create depth and dimension in her sketches and portraits. She applied the same principles of contrast and gradients to create her best-selling Shade and Light Contour Palette, and now the newly reimagined Shade and Light Cream Contour Palette. So this is the palette. As you can see, it looks so beautiful. The packaging itself is already a winner, as you can see, and it has this detail. It has a cross here. The Kat Von D is a silver that you can it's actually embossed as well. Contour, here you go. You can just see all the shades right here at the back. You can actually touch everything, the logo, Shade and Light, the cross right here, and even the contour words. They're all embossed, and you can really touch everything, so that's really nice. At the back you will see all the shades, and it has tiny holes here. I think it's for you to be able to poke the pan, and if you're just going to refill it. So when you open the palette, it has this plastic protector, and then you get this full-size mirror here, which I really like. So the mirror is actually really big, and this is how the cream contour looks like. So let's just give it a little bit of close-up. So we're gonna start with the first shade, which is called Parchment. So wow, that actually feels super creamy. Wow, that's really pigmented. A light peachy shade. Okay, right there. The cream actually feels really solid, but once you melt it with your finger, it actually melts very nicely. This one feels very creamy, but on the pan it actually feels solid, so that's kind of weird. Next, I'm going to swatch the shade Banana. Again, it feels solid, but once you dip your finger in there, it just melts nicely. Then this is the shade Banana. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually yellow. There you go. So that's the shade Banana right there. So the next shade is called, oh, the first one is actually Bisque. I'm sorry, this is Bisque, this is Banana. I was kind of confused because it was right here, but the first shade is Bisque, this one, Bisque and Banana. And then the third one here, which is like a very peachy orangey shade, is called Parchment. Right here. So just an orangey, peachy shade. Perfect for if you have really dark circles. Now we're going to move on to the contour shade. So we're going to start with the shade Chestnut. This is actually a big size for a contour shade. And then that is Chestnut. Very nice shade. A really nice cool toned contour shade. When you look at the pan, if you haven't swatched it yet, it looks warm, but once you swatch the first layer, you will see that it's actually cool toned contour shade. Now let's swatch the shade Woodland. I really like the formula of this. It just melts like butter. So this is Woodland. Woodland is a bit more warmer than Chestnut. And then last for the contour shade, we have the shade Spice. This one. Okay, so this is Spice. So I think I'm going to conceal my under eyes first. I'm going to use the shade Bisque right here. This color. When I'm using cream contour products or cream concealers, I love using my fingers just to warm up the product, and this will just make blending a lot more easier, because if you're going to use a brush, it might feel dry, or if you're going to use a sponge, it might not blend easily. I think that the best tool when you're working with cream products is your fingers, but if you want to use a sponge, you can. So now I'm going to use the sponge. Okay, it's so easy to blend and it doesn't look cakey, which I like. It's just applying nicely on top of my skin. It feels like butter, and once it's on your skin, it just really looks like skin. I think I'm going to add a little bit of the shade Banana on top of the shade Bisque. Okay, I'm just going to highlight my face right here. So I'm going to apply some of this on my nose as well. And on my forehead. And a little bit on my chin. The formula is actually one of the best cream formulas I've ever tried. You always want to look for products that will look natural as much as possible. Like at the end of the day, no one wants to look like they have cakey face. Even if I go really close to the camera, you can't see any dry patches. And honestly, I'm not using a very special sponge right now. This is just a very affordable sponge that I got. As you can see, I'm working with a very affordable sponge and it's blending the contour really well. I mean the highlight shade. Okay, so to contour my face, I'm going to use the shade Chestnut right here. I think this is the lightest shade out of all the contour shades, so we're gonna go for that one. I'm gonna use the shade Chestnut now. You can use this however you want, but I like using my fingers first before I go in with a brush or a sponge. But yeah, wow, that is a nice shade for contouring. So we're gonna work one side at a time. So we're gonna start with this side first. Wait, that doesn't really show up on my forehead. So we're gonna use the shade Spice for my forehead, because for some reason my forehead is a bit darker than the rest of my face, and as you can see, the shade Spice really shows up on my forehead. So it's really nice that you get 3 different options for the contour shades. When I'm working with cream products, I usually have a hard time, but with this one, it's so easy to blend, and the color is so nice. I don't know if you can see that, or my light is too bright, but the color is just the perfect shade for me. It's not too dark or warm or anything like that. It just looks like a nice shadow. Like, it is Kat Von D. Like, she knows what she's doing. She's an artist, so she really knows what she's doing. She knows what kind of formula to use, what kind of shade to use to mimic shadow. I saw her video using this palette. She used a brush first to apply the product, and then she went in with a sponge, but I like to just use my finger first because I can feel where I'm applying the product. Spice on my forehead and maybe on my chin right here. I'm gonna use Spice on my chin as well. Okay, oh my gosh, this is just blending so easily, and once you blend it, it just looks like skin. It doesn't look like you have a cream product or any kind of product on your face. I'm also going to contour my nose using the shade Chestnut, and when I'm contouring my nose, I don't want anything that's super dark. Wow, that is actually the perfect shade. so I think I want to make it more darker, so I'm going to add the shade Spice just to make my contour a bit deeper. So I'm going to use this on both sides. So when you're blending a contour shade, you need to make like a thin line first. So what I do is I blend it like this first, like back and forth. And then once it's blended like across my cheeks like that, I go a little bit higher. And then this is just going to remove the harsh edges. Don't go too high because it's going to spread the color. You just want to keep the color like this and remove the harsh edges without blending it too much. When you touch it, it feels kind of sticky, but not in a bad way. It's very normal because this is a cream product. If you have dry skin, you probably don't need to. Okay, so I'm just going to set this with the RCMA No Color Powder. This is my favorite setting powder when I'm doing reviews for foundations or like concealers, because it doesn't really change the color of the product. Okay, so here is the finished look, and okay, I am wearing 4 shades from this palette. I absolutely love how it turned out. I am smiling. Obviously, I really love this palette. I used this one, Bisque, Banana, Chestnut, and Spice. I can say for sure that this is one of the best contour palettes out there. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm smiling. Obviously, I love this product. If you're looking for a cream contour palette, go ahead and get this. I think it's just the best cream palette that I've ever tried. It doesn't really have a scent, which I like. I hate products with strong scents in it. So it doesn't have any scent. I hate products that have fragrance in it. And one dermatologist said that fragrance is just one of the top ingredients that can really affect your skin, like maybe damage your skin. So yeah, I love that it doesn't have a scent. When you swatch it on your finger, it doesn't look pigmented, but once you apply it on your face, it's actually very opaque. It has a good amount of pigmentation for the contour and the highlight to show up. I love this palette because I think I'm going to be able to use the product for a very long time, and it's not like easy to make a dent. It's not easy to make a dent in this cream because, like I said, it kind of feels solid. Now after setting it with powder, it just feels like skin. It doesn't feel heavy or anything like that. Like, I've tried some other cream products, even after setting it with powder, it still feels sticky. And what's worse is that some of the cream products I tried before looks very cakey. It feels like I have mud on my face, but this one just looks like my skin. It just looks perfect, like everything that I'm looking for in a cream product. It looks very natural, so it just really depends on how much you put, what kind of tool you use, what kind of look you're going for. So I was going for a more natural contour. That is why it looks kind of undetectable right now, but that is exactly what I'm looking for. So you won't look like you have a crazy contour, but your face just looks like it has a nice structure to it. It doesn't look like flat. It just helps emphasize your features. So if anyone's going to ask me what kind of improvements this cream contour needs, I think nothing, because it's just perfect. This palette is kind of pricey, but it's really worth the money, I'm saying. So that is it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. I post videos 4 or 5 times a week. So if you guys want to see more beauty reviews, subscribe. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!